What's up, music lovers? Thanks for clicking on my channel. So I was scrolling through YouTube and just randomly saw that Tony Iommi released a new instrumental song called Deified, and it's a banger, so I figured why not talk about it. But before we get into it, if you like hard rock, heavy metal, progressive rock, music in general, please feel free to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, all of that YouTube stuff. I know it's a cliche to ask, but it really does help the channel grow, so thank you in advance for that. Anyway, here's talking about Deified by Tony Iommi. So Deified is some of the first new music we've heard from Tony Iommi since 2013 with the final Black Sabbath album. He might have released one or two songs over the years, but this is the first one I've heard, and I just gotta say, for a guy in his 70s, this is really impressive. For a guy in any age, it's really cool. It's an instrumental song, so if instrumental music is not your thing, you might be put off by that. I guess it's technically not instrumental because there is a choir, but there's no lyrics. And if you are a fan of instrumental music, I think you'll find a lot to like about this song, especially if you're a fan of the Black Sabbath song Superstar from their 1975 album Sabotage. The song Deified kind of sounds like a modern incarnation of that. At times kind of reminds me of Devin Townsend's solo stuff. Think of the epic quality of songs like March of the Poozers or War Princess, and that's sort of the vibe that this song has going for it. This song has a nice mix of classic Black Sabbath doominess, but also with sort of a more modern sensibility and a bigger, more operatic sound. And speaking of things that sound more modern, the song sounds incredible. The production is absolutely perfect. I would say that this song Deified is up there with Mob Rule's Iommi, his solo album from around 1999-2000, and The Devil You Know as being some of the best produced and best sounding guitar tones that Iommi has put on record. I'm not saying that it's necessarily one of my favorite songs Tony Iommi has ever put out, but it is one of his best sounding. And the performances on this song are absolutely incredible as well. Tony Iommi is absolutely ripping into his guitar solos, and he still has all his youthful energy and his vigor when you're hearing his recordings. It doesn't sound dated at all. He still is clearly on the top of his game and still has a lot of passion for making this kind of music. The choir on this song is also absolutely perfect. It sounds so much richer and more full than it does on the aforementioned Superstar. Ben Andrew is credited with doing the orchestration for this song, and he did a phenomenal job. The entire song just has this massive, epic, driving, gothic quality to it, and while I was not expecting a song like this to be released at all, the fact that someone who invented metal just wants to drop a banger like this randomly, I'm all for it. But enough about what I think. Let me ask you a question. What are your favorite Black Sabbath albums? Let me know in the comments below. I'm not sure, but I think that my three favorites might be Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, Sabotage, and Mob Rules might be my number one. Although I think the correct answer for whatever my favorite Black Sabbath album is whichever one I happen to be listening to. And if you like instrumental rock and metal songs, you might really like my song Waking Giant. There's a link down below if you want to check that out. It's not as well produced as Deified, but you know, we all got to work with the budget we have, and I think it turned out pretty well. Once again, if you like this video, feel free to subscribe to the channel, and there's probably a video or a playlist popping up right now you might want to check out. Like always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you at the next video.